So we are done with successive ionization enthalpy. Also, electronegativity was also done now.
Yes, sir.
Electronegativity was also done. Okay. So now you write about the physical properties. Okay, physical properties. What physical properties in the sense? How do these group 15 element? How do they exist? Okay, Nahreen 10 standard. Let us see who is this. Yes, hello Nahreen. Are you here for 12th standard chemistry? Yes, Nahreen. Oh, no, Nahreen is not here for 12th standard chemistry. Yes, Ahmed is here now. Okay. So yesterday we ended with electrochemistry, the electronegativity, and now we will learn about the physical state. I mean, how do these particular
Sir,
group 15
Independence
element?
Day.
What Independence Day? Exactly Independence Day, guys. Exactly Independence Day. See, now you are dependent now. Now you are dependent on your parents. You study, then earn money, then become independent. So this is Independence Day only. We are celebrating that only. Okay, now coming back to physical states.
Sir, I meant for Indian Independence Day.
Yeah, for Indians it is Independence Day. When is Bangladesh Independence Day?
Maybe 16th August.
16th August.
Maybe, I don't know.
You don't
Pakistan
know.
is 14th. India is
You don't.
15th.
Yeah, Pakistan is 14th than India. Do you know the story about why Pakistan is 14th August and why India is 15th August?
Because
Does anyone know this
Pakistan
story?
got separated from India on 14th
No, no,
and
no, no,
India got separated, like India got independence from those, like
no.
India got rid
On the
of British
Okay,
on
just a
15th.
bit of history. In 1947, at 12, that is midnight, at 12 midnight, the flags were hosted at the Red Fort, and also I guess somewhere in Lahore also, or Lahore or Islamabad, at the same time. That is the 12th midnight. Okay, so India also celebrated on 1947. It was celebrated on 15th of August in both the countries. But later, what happened? Later, Pakistan chose their standard time. Their standard time from some that was Turkish standard time, I guess. They chose the Turkish standard time, which is 30 minutes 30 minutes late. I mean,
before
what do I
India.
say? Before India, yeah, 30 minutes before India. So now, when they are 30 minutes before India, this 12 midnight for them that became 11:30. And from that day onwards, Pakistan is celebrating on 14th of August. Okay. So now you have got a bit of history also. Let us come back to chemistry. That is physical state. Physical state. Physical state of what? Physical state of group 15. Physical state of group 15. So what do you think? What is the physical state of group 15? Nitrogen. Nitrogen exists as
NO2 and 2
nitrogen exists.
and
Yeah,
2.
and to enters gas. Correct.
Yes,
Nitrogen exists as gas. Okay. Now what about phosphorus?
and PO4.
No, not PO4. Phosphorus
No,
will exist as
P4.
P4. It is solid. Right.
P4. Okay.
After what
Yes.
comes after phosphorus?
Arsenic.
Arsenic. Arsenic.
AS.
Arsenic is also solid. Then what does come? Sp, that is antimony. It is also
Antimony.
solid. Then we have bismuth.
Bismuth.
It is also
Solid.
solid. Okay. Any doubts still here?
No, sir.
No? Okay, fine. Now we have this physical state. Let us compare their melting point. Okay. Melting point. What do we mean by melting point here? If I condense it and make it a solid, then their melting points we can determine its melting point. So melting point order. Now the melting point order is directly proportional to what? If you are heating a solid, now if this is a solid and you heat it to make it liquid, then you will get the melting point. And for solid, you have to see the packing. Okay, how is the solid packed? If its packing is very effective, that means it will have high melting point. So you have to see packing. And for packing in melting point, that is solids, the order is what? If you have network solid, that would be network solid will be most tough to melt. Then you have ionic solid. Third, then comes metallic solid. And the fourth one is molecular solid. Okay, fourth one is molecular solid. Now, as we go down here, that means as we go from network to ionic to molecular solid, what happens? The melting point also decreases. Okay, so melting point decreases.
Yes, sir.
Network solid. So the melting point of network solid is highest. Okay, so what will be the? We have these two forms network. Correct. Bismuth is metal. So it will be what? Metallic solid. Now phosphorus and nitrogen, both of them what? They have molecular structure, but these exist as P4, right? So it has more networks than N2, which is nitrogen. N2, which is nitrogen, and nitrogen will always want to get converted into what? It will start to get converted into gas. Yeah. So that is why for melting point, we will compare this AS and SB first. We have arsenic and antimony. If you want to compare arsenic and antimony, we have to see the network. In network, what is the packing? Again, come to packing here. So which is greater in size, AS or SB? Arsenic or antimony, which is greater in size?
SB.
Okay. Antimony is greater in size. Yeah, antimony is greater in size. That means, tell me, the antimony atoms would be far apart because they will have greater bond length, and AS bond length would be smaller. If AS bond length is smaller, that means it's more effective packing is present. So whenever you have to compare, if you have got any in network solid, melting point is directly proportional to what? Directly, or rather inversely proportional to size. If the size is smaller, the melting point will be high. If the size is smaller, the melting point will be high. So between arsenic and antimony, which has the highest melting point? AS, and after that antimony, and after that what? After that you will get the metallic solid, that is bismuth. Now after bismuth comes what? Molecular solid. In molecular solid, this nitrogen can easily form gas. P4 will still, even see, if we have 25 degrees Celsius, then nitrogen is at what? Gas. At 25 degrees Celsius, phosphorus is at what? Solid. It exists as solid. So that means phosphorus will have higher melting point, and after that the least will be for nitrogen. Now when you see this particular formula, I mean this order, you will be thinking like it doesn't follow any kind of trend here. But if you know this trend, then it will be easier for you to remember. Okay, so this is the point. And for example, if I ask you, okay, so lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, Linac-Ruppkesser, right? Linac-Ruppkesser, which is having the highest melting point packing, that is order. So here also all of them are ionic solid. If they are ionic solid and if they have small size, so lithium, this will be the order. Okay, so this will follow for everyone. Now you have to learn the group 15 we will not be repeating these things now in group 16, group 17, group 18. So group 15 will take a lot of time, but group 16 and onwards, they will not take a lot of time. Okay, so we will apply whatever concepts we are learning in group 15, we will apply that on 16, 17. 18 will be a bit different because those are inert gases. Okay, copy this now. Did everyone understand? I need yes sir from everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Amalia, I can hear your voice today because I have got earphones now.
So are you comfortable with that?
I am not, but what can I say?
So what is the melting point of what? Like increase in melting point?
Yeah. No, I mean, I was just saying that in network solid, melting point is inversely proportional to the size.
Okay, sir. Okay.
So in the right side, first line, what you wrote, melting point always proportional to packing.
Packing, yeah.
So
How
how
a
it's
particular
to packing?
packing, it means that if a solid is packed with like this, it has more atoms. The packing efficiency you have learned now, that is the informal, I mean, informal word for that is packing. And if you have a solid which is like this, so in the A case or in the B case, which would be easier to separate? I mean, where would be easier to separate the molecules, in A or
In
B?
B, in B.
Yeah. And where the packing is greater? Packing is greater in A, na?
Yes, sir.
So A will be having higher melting point. If packing is high, melting point will be also high. Easy?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Why did you join late?
So no, sir. I could not connect my audio. I joined from 1:30 only. Then I
Sure.
joined from my phone. First, I joined from my laptop. The
Okay.
audio wasn't.
Okay. Fine. Raise your hand when you are done, okay, everyone?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Just waiting for Abir and Amalya. I'm waiting for Abir. Now let us come to a topic which is catenation tendency. This catenation tendency. Okay, so what is catenation tendency? Catenation tendency means the tendency of self linkage. You must have come across this catenation word for the first time in 10th standard. It is the tendency for self linkage. Okay, so tendency to form bond with identical atoms, bond with identical atom, and after they have bond with identical atom, they will form long chains. Okay, to form long chains. Now, catenation tendency, catenation tendency is directly proportional to the strength of a single bond A. Okay, so if we want to find the catenation tendency of a particular solid, which is of a particular element which is A, that means we have to see the what is the strength of a single bond A. Okay, a single bond A, what is the strength of a single bond A? Now if we compare this with phosphorus and nitrogen, then we can easily say that phosphorus has greater catenation tendency than nitrogen due to what? Due to the lone pair in nitrogen, which exerts inter-electronic repulsion. which exerts inter-electronic repulsion. So nitrogen will have lower catenation tendency than phosphorus. Now catenation tendency directly proportional to what? A single bond A. Now you tell me, if these A are small, their bond strength will be high. Now if A's and A bond length is, I mean, the size of both these atoms are very large, that means what will happen? Their catenation tendency will decrease. So when we compare generally, so it should have been nitrogen should have greater catenation tendency than phosphorus, as it's the case with carbon has greater than silicon. But when nitrogen has when nitrogen has a lone pair, what happens? N single bond N, it becomes weak because of the repulsion. Okay, because of the repulsion. Similarly, if we say which bond is stronger, the fluorine bond should be stronger because of smaller size, and the chlorine bond should be weaker than fluorine. But this fluorine has what? Lone pairs, and since it is 2p, it is very small. Now this property of being small should give it a strong bond, but now it is working against it because it has lone pair. Okay, now chlorine will have a higher bond strength. Okay, so the order will be what will be the order? See, phosphorus very high, then nitrogen, then after nitrogen what do we have? Arsenic, then Sp, then Bi. Okay, so this is the actual octet.
Similar, right?
Sorry,
Sp and Bi are similar, right?
catenation tendency will be higher, because catenation tendency, I mean, we cannot give it a number now. That is why we show it qualitatively. It will be higher when we have, if we have number like this on 1001 and 1000, then only we write something like this.
Okay.
So you must have seen bond enthalpy as similar now.
Yes, sir.
So the bond enthalpy has a number. That is why this is the actual order, and we expected what? Nitrogen to be greater than phosphorus, to be greater than arsenic, to be greater than antimony, to be bismuth. This was the expected order. Okay, this is the actual order, and the reason is here. The electricity is troubling here since yesterday. Yesterday night, it's again gone.
So are you using laptop?
Yeah, I am using laptop. Obviously, I will use a laptop now. How can I teach in a phone?
No, I mean, if computer, then if electricity was gone, then class would disconnect and we could.
No. Do you think I will be eligible for a particular teaching job if I don't have a laptop? Can anyone be eligible for a teaching job if he doesn't have a laptop? He or she doesn't have a laptop? No, no. Okay, raise your hand when you are done.
Yes, sir.
In the first line, it is the tendency of self linkage.
Linkage, yeah, linkage. Waiting for Abir and Sania. Sania, raise your hand if you're done. Okay. Now this is the end of all the physical properties, okay, of the different properties of group 15 element. Now we will learn about the chemical properties of group 15 element, okay? Chemical properties of group 15 element. Chemical properties of group 15 elements. And in the chemical properties, the first thing that we will learn is what? The hydrides of group 15. Okay, so in chemical properties of group 15 elements, we will be first learning about the hydrides of group 15. So hydrides of group 15. For hydrides of group 15, you have to first write a line. Number one is reactivity with hydrogen. Now, when they react with hydrogen, what will happen? They will form hydrides. When they react with hydrogen, they will form hydrides. And after that, we will learn about the oxides also. Okay. First, we will learn about hydride. Now, many things about hydride. There will be many things about it. The first thing, what type of hydrides do they form? Okay. What is the formula of the hydrides? So, all the group 15 elements form hydride with formula. Hydride with formula EH3. E means what? Any element, and H3. For example, you have NH3, you have EH3, you have ASH3, etc. You have ASH3, etc. Now, reactivity with hydrogen, everyone forms NH3, PH3. You will know everything about this. Now, next thing is the part A that you will study about. This is the basic character. Basic character. Now let us first revise a few things about the basic character. What are bases? The bases can have many definitions, right? The first definition that you will always see is that something which is having OH negative and it gives OH negative, that means it is a base. Okay, what is a base? If it gives OH negative. The another thing is what? If it accepts H plus. If something is accepting H plus, that means it is what? It is a base. Next thing is if it donates electron. If it gives electron, that means it is a base, right? These three are definitions. Is it right or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now tell me, what do you think? Does all of them are bases or what? Or acids? NH3 is a base or acid?
NH3
NH3 will be base or acid?
Acid.
Acid, okay. What about others? What do you think?
It's an acid.
It's an acid?
Yeah.
It's an acid. Okay. Anyone else with any other?
I'm going with the flow. I will say acid.
Okay. See, all of the group 15 elements now, all of them are what?
They are all
They are
acid.
not acid. They are
No?
bases.
Oh,
They are bases. They are bases. Why? They are basic in nature. They are basic in nature due to the presence of lone pair electrons, right? Rather non-bonding. Non-bonding electrons at central atom. At central atom. What is central atom? Now, whenever I write C dot A dot, that means it is central atom. Okay. And also remember, if I write C dot A dot, it is central atom. And for surrounding atom, I will write S dot A dot. Okay. So central atom is C dot A dot. Now, why all of them are basic? Because they are what? Because they have a lone pair. They have a lone pair in the central atom. That is, nitrogen will have a lone pair, phosphorus will have a lone pair, NH3 will have a lone pair. Now, guys, we have learned organic chemistry. In organic chemistry, we have compared the basicity of different types of. We have compared with ammonia and all. No? See, NH3. Then I said NH2. Then you have a CH3 group here. Then you have CH3, NH, CH3. Then you can compare with CH3, nitrogen, and here also CH3 and here also CH3. So all of them are giving electrons due to inductive effect, and that is why increasing the electron density. So I've also said whenever you have to compare the basic character, you just compare what? You compare the electron density. So what will be the order of basicity? order of basicity. What will be the order? Now tell me. You have all these compounds. What are those? Nitrogen, phosphorus, that is NH3, PH3, ASH3. Then you have SPH3 and BiH3. Tell me, how many lone pairs do all of them have? How many lone pairs? How many lone pairs in nitrogen? How many lone pairs in phosphorus, arsenic? Can't you see lone pairs?
The one. I was saying,
Yes.
but my mic was off.
One lone pair. Now everyone, does everyone, why are you not saying anything? Abir, do you not know it is lone pair is one here? Yes, Abir?
No, sir.
Can you not see this is lone pair? I have also shown here one lone pair. I have written here one lone pair. To the presence of non-bonding electrons at the central atom. What about Amalya, Fatima? Amalya, do you not see?
There is 2 lone pairs, right?
Lone pair, how many pairs of eyes do you have?
1.
What about Abir? Abir, do you have 2 pairs of eyes?
One.
Huh?
1.
Yeah, so it is 1, right? It is 1. What about Amalya? Were you not able to recognize that this is a lone pair?
I was.
Okay, Amalya is not saying anything now. What about Mariam?
Yes, sir. 1.
So why didn't you turn on your mic and tell the answer?
That will be.
Huh? Okay. Now you have to always, whenever I ask something, if you are not having any difficulty, please turn on your mic and say the answer. Now tell me, where do you think is the most electron density?
Nitrogen.
Why nitrogen in NH3? Why NH3?
Because the nitrogen is close and it actually repels.
What
No?
close and repels?
Like it is small, right? In size.
Yeah, it is small in size. Exactly. That is the correct answer. No, not close. The size is the matter, right? It will
Yes.
matter about size. If you have same lone pairs, and you have same lone pair, the size is bigger. The density is high where the density is higher in the smaller case. So NH3 is most basic, then PH3, then ASH3, then SBH3, and after that BiH3. Copy. If you guys are copying while I'm explaining, I will wake up at Tahajjud and pray that you fail in examination. Okay? When I am
What's
explaining, I give you time, na? So if I give you time, don't copy while I'm explaining.
So for me, it is like if I write, then I understand. If I don't, then I don't
Exactly.
understand.
So I give you time to write, na? I give you time.
Yeah, you give me time, but while writing, while you write, I write, and then I understand at the same time. Or else I don't understand.
Okay. So, but you have to now figure out. I will to get up at Tahajjud.
So
Raise your hand when you are done.
I'm done.
Now, Ahmed, the reason that I say that don't write while I'm explaining is that when I explain and after that you write now, then you will you will not have any problem in retaining that information. What in memory, what is the thing is, whatever comes fast goes fast. Okay, so if you give it time exactly here while I'm explaining, you listen to it while I give you time to write, you write while thinking what I have explained, then it will be in your head for a longer time. Okay, if you have this problem now that in class I am okay but exam mein kuch yaad nahi rehta hai, I cannot remember anything in exam, then this would be a reason that you don't listen while the teacher explaining, you write while the teacher is explaining.
I listen.
Yeah, obviously, but you write also, no?
Yeah.
So when it is given time, then only write, not write simultaneously. I'm saying that if you will write simultaneously, that means your brain is logging information at a very small but period of time. Now when you write, listen, and after that write, then it has a longer period of time. Okay. So
Yes,
whatever
sir.
comes first in memory, it will go fast. Just remember, whatever comes first, it will go fast.
Yes, sir. Clear.
I'm waiting for others. Okay, Amalya is done. Okay, Abir is done. Sanya is done. Fatima. Waiting for Mariam and Fatima. Everyone is done. You will be always also asked what is the reason of this particular order. Na? So what you will write, due to smaller size. Na? Due to smaller size. Due to smaller size. Now you can write with me because you have listened to the explanation. Okay, now you can, all of you, write with me. Due to smaller size, electron density. Due to a smaller size, electron density is higher. Where is higher? Is higher on nitrogen atom. Nitrogen atom. Therefore, ammonia has tendency to donate electron easily. Donate electron easily, due to which it is a strong base. It is a strong base. Okay. So now see how many reasons are there why it is a strong base. Because it has ability to donate electron easily. Why it has ability to donate electron easily? Because the electron density is higher. Why is the electron density higher? It is due to a small size. Now, if you miss any one of the links from smaller size to electron density, from electron density to donation, the power of the donation capability, and after donation capability, you will turn to strong base. Okay. Now, if you miss anyone, then if a Pagal teacher is there, if a math teacher is there, he will cut marks. Okay. So write each and every point. Now let us look about the bond length. Let us see the bond length. So what have we learned first? The basic
The
character.
ammonia is NH3, right?
Yeah, ammonia is NH3. B is bond length. So bond length will be higher where this way, NH3 will have shortest bond length,
Yes,
then
sir.
PH3,
Yes.
then ASH3,
3.
then ASH3, after
With
that SPH3, and after that
BiH.
BiH3. Okay. So as you can see, whenever you have to compare a bond length, so there can be two type of comparison. You will have, see here the central atom is same and the surrounding atoms are different. Okay. So now when the central atom, whatever is same, you don't compare that. Just compare the bond, just compare the radius of the central atom here, because the central atom is different. Now we know that nitrogen is having the smallest size, followed by phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. That is why it follows this order. Okay. Now, what is the bond enthalpy? Bond enthalpy. So, bond energy or bond enthalpy is what we have said. It is inversely proportional to the size. It is inversely proportional to the size. So, if it is inversely proportional to the size, then NH3 will be having the highest bond length. Now, don't come with and say that there will be electronic repulsion. No, there will be no electronic repulsion, because nitrogen has a lone pair, but hydrogen does not have a lone pair. If it does not have a lone pair, then there will be no electronic repulsion. Okay, so what will follow? The size will follow. NH3 is having the highest bond energy, then you will have PH3, and after PH3 it will be ASH3, and after ASH3 will be SPH3, and after SPH3 it will be BiH3. It will be having BiH3. Okay. Now come, write this. Let me know when you are done. Okay. I'm lowering the hands of everyone who is raised. Okay, now you can raise your hand again if you are done. Now see, I am giving you all of the orders for bond length, bond enthalpy in group 15. But from group 16 and onwards, you guys will be answering each and every order. Okay, because you
Yes,
have got
no
the
problem.
concepts here.
Yes, sir.
Group 16, group 16 onwards, you will have to answer. Okay, waiting for Abir, Amalia, Mariam, and Sania. Okay, now after bond enthalpy, learn two things, which is related to what? Which is related to bond enthalpy. This was bond enthalpy was what? C. So this will be what? B. After bond enthalpy, B, which is reducing character, right? Reducing nature. So when we compare the reducing nature in NH3, PS3, PSH3, SPH3, and we have PIH3. So what do we have to see? The reducing nature, that means which has the weakest element and hydrogen bond. Okay, whose bond is weakest with hydrogen? So we know that whose bond is weakest, BIH3 bond is weakest, and after that SPH3 and SI and PH3. That means reducing power is what? It is inversely proportional to the strength of bond strength, bond energy of element and hydrogen. Okay, bond energy of element and hydrogen. If the bond energy of element and hydrogen is low, which means it can be easily break, then the reducing power will be high. Okay, now just write this statement and also write this statement that lower the EH bond strength, higher will be its RP. What is RP? Reducing power. Okay, RP is reducing power. Okay, now why BIS3 has a very low bond energy? Because due to weak bond, due to
Strength.
large difference in size of bismuth and hydrogen. Now, if bismuth and hydrogen are having a very large size, that means the overlapping will not be effective. When the overlapping is not effective, it will have a weak bond. And since it has a weak bond, its bond energy will be low. That is why its reducing power will be high. Okay. Now, similar to this is thermal stability. The E is thermal stability. Please keep your pens down and listen. Thermal stability. What is thermal stability? Thermal stability means that it means the capacity to bear heat. Okay, the capacity to bear heat. I mean, how much heat can it be? Can it handle?
Big base.
So, It will be, the thermal stability is directly proportional to bond energy. Now, if bond energy is high, the thermal stability will be also high. So what will be the order? NH3 will have the highest or the lowest?
Lowest. No, highest. Yes, the highest.
Highest. ASH3, SPH3,
PH3, PH.
PH3. So this will be the order. Copy. Now you can copy. Raise your hand when you are done. I'm lowering everyone's hand now. You can raise again if you are done.
So what is it? Size of?
Bi and H.
Oh, okay.
This is Mariam is done.
So what does BIEH means?
Not BIEH.
Okay.
Large difference in size of bismuth and hydrogen. Okay, only Mariam and Amalia are done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You are also done. Raise your hand then. Sania is done. I'm waiting for Abir and Fatima. Fatima is done. Abir is also done. Now, we will see boiling point and the melting point. First of all, the boiling point. Now, this is what after E, na? This will be F. That is boiling point. Now, whenever you see boiling point, you have to consider what the weak van der Waals forces of attraction. Okay, the van der Waals forces of attraction. Now, van der Waals forces of attraction. Now, these are what it is directly proportional to molecular weight. Okay, so the first thing that you will see is molecular weight, and after that, hydrogen bonding, and after that, polarity. So these are the things on which a particular van der Waals force of attraction is dependent on. So molecular weight, hydrogen bonding, polarity. Now here, if we have these compounds, these are NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3, and BIS3. So obviously BIS3 is having what? The highest molecular weight. Okay, so if it is having the highest molecular weight, so BIS3 will be highest. What is the boiling point? BIS3 of Boiling point of BiS3 will be highest, and after that SbH3, and after that what? NH3, because of hydrogen bonding. Because of hydrogen bonding, and after NH3 you have ASH3 and PSH3. ASH3. After that PH3. ASH3, and after that PH3. Now this, why NH3 is before ASH3 and PH3? Due to hydrogen bonding. Due to what? Due to hydrogen bonding. Now we have learned about boiling point. Now if you have G, what is G? This will be melting point. Now tell me, melting point is directly proportional to what? What do we see in melting point?
Bond strength.
Ha. Anyone? What do we see in melting point, Abhi? What do we see in melting point?
Size.
Sir,
No,
packing.
see the,
Okay.
yes, the, what do we see? We see the packing. Now, after we have seen the packing, after that, what do we see? After that, we see the van der Waals forces of attraction. Okay, after that, we see the van der Waals forces of attraction. Just wait a second. Huh? My Bluetooth earphones battery is dead now. Wait a second. Let me turn it off. Now, am I audible, everyone?
Yes, sir, you are.
Okay, fine. So first of all, we will look at the packing, and after that, we will look at the van der Waals forces. Now, van der Waals forces are again proportional to molecular weight and hydrogen bonding and polarity, etc. But packing, as you can see, packing is directly proportional to what type of packing, if it is closely packed or not. So, which will be most closely packed? NH3 will be most closely packed. Again, why? Due to hydrogen bonding. Okay,
Hydrogen bond.
hydrogen bonding, it will be closely packed. So, NH3 will be highest. After that, BiH3,
BiH3.
SbH3. After that,
AH3.
ASH3, and then PH3. Okay, so why does NH3 has higher melting point than the group 15 elements, than the heavier elements? This is again due
Because it is closely packed.
to hydrogen bonding.
Yes, sir.
Due to hydrogen bonding, it has closely packed structure. Okay. Okay, this. After that, we will learn about the bond angle. Let me know when you are done copying. Mariam, are you done?
No, sir.
Okay, I am lowering the hand of every one of you, and raise it again when you are done. Ahmed, you are done?
No, sir.
Amalya is done. Okay.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, now Abir, Fatima, Mariam, raise your hand when you're done. Okay, now waiting for Abir. Yes, Anya got disconnected. Yes, Abhi, just waiting for you. Raise your hand, okay? Don't forget to raise your hand when you're done.
So history.
So done.
Yes. Okay. Now we will learn about the bond angle. Bond angle between PH3, NH3, and we will compare the bond angles. Now for bond angle, I hope, I don't know if you remember or not, we had learned about comparison of bond angle in the 11th standard in chemical bonding chapter. So if you have been given to compare bond angle, if you have been given to compare the bond angle, what you will see, the first step is to, does anyone remember what is the first step? What is the first step? Does anyone remember? No, no.
Lone pair.
No, that is not the first step. So you have a first step here, and after that, also there is one more step. And after that, you get does anyone remember? I'm giving you time.
No, sir.
You have not remembered. Okay. What about others? Fatima is raised hand. Fatima, do you remember? No, Fatima.
No, sir.
No, okay. No, Fatima was not with us, so I think she won't remember. And after this, we have to check a last thing. I was hoping that somebody of you would remember, but no one remembers. That is sad. No one? Okay, when we have to compare the bond angles now, so the first thing that we will look at is the bond pair plus lone pair. Okay, first what we will look, bond pair plus lone pair. Look at bond pair plus lone pair. Now, bond pair and plus lone pair, you will get a sum, and this sum will be inversely proportional to the bond angle. Count the number of bond pairs, count the number of lone pairs. Okay, Abir, not lone pair electrons. Count the number of lone pairs. Now, when you have got the number of lone pairs, what you will do? You will see what is the number, and that is inversely proportional to bond angle. Then, after, if the bond pair and plus lone pair comes same for all of them, then you count the number of lone pair electrons. Lone pair. Now, lone pair is again inversely proportional to bond angle. It is inversely proportional to bond angle. And if even the lone pairs are same, then you have to check what? The electronegativity. Electronegativity. The electronegativity. Now, electronegativity can be of two items. The electronegativity can be either of, so the bond angle is directly proportional to the electronegativity of central atom. Okay. And the bond angle is inversely proportional to electronegativity of surrounding atom. Bond angle is inversely proportional to the electronegativity of surrounding atom. Do you guys remember now or not even now? No. Huh? Mariam, Abir, Ahmad. Silence. Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, sir. I have
No,
short-term memory, so I don't remember.
Right now, slowly, slowly. Write each point. This is
Yes,
your
sir.
step one. This is step one. This is step two. This is step three. Now, after step three, you will be done. So, three steps for comparing the bond angles. Raise your hand when you're done. Okay, Fatima is done. Amalia is done.
What is this En? E dot N?
Electronegativity. Sania is also done. Waiting for Abir, Ahmed, and Mariam.
I am done.
Raise your hand when you are done. Thank you, Ahmed. Waiting for Abir now. Yes, Abir, raise your hand when you are done. Okay, Abir is done. Now let us move on. Now we will compare, okay? What are the elements of group 15 are the bond order of bond angle. So bond angle. What is this number here? G, this will be H. Okay, bond angle. Now see how many, can you see how many orders, what the things that we have compared, the number of orders that we have got here. So if you don't revise this daily, you will not be able to remember, okay? That is why I ask you to revise it, read it daily, and then only you will be able to retain it when your examination. Bond angle. We have
Yes.
NS3. Just a second. We have NS3. Then we have what? PS3, ASH3, SPH3, BIS3. Now compare the bond pairs. Now if you want to see the bond pairs, just look at the number of surrounding atoms. How many surrounding atom is there in NH3?
3.
All of you, did you get it? This is 3. N is central atom. How many surrounding atoms? 3. So bond pair 3. What about here? 3, 3, 3, and 3. Now what about lone pair?
1.
Yes. So all of them has what? All of them has one lone pair. So lone pair here is also 1. 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 Now, can you see that the bond pair plus lone pair sum? What is it? It is 4 in every case. So we cannot decide till here. 4, 4, 4, and 4. Now, what can we see? We can see the number of known pairs. Now, lone pairs is also what? Lone pair is also same. Then after that, we have to see electronegativity. Okay, electronegativity. I'm just writing E and Abir. Okay, so this is again electronegativity Abir. Electronegativity. Now we don't have to see the surrounding atoms. Why? Because the surrounding atoms are same. We'll compare electronegativity of what is different here, central atom or surrounding?
Central.
Central atom is different. Okay, central atom is different. So electronegativity of nitrogen will be highest, right? After that, phosphorus, then arsenic, and after that Sb, then Bi. Okay,
So why-
Sb. Tell me.
How did we decide that?
See your notes. See your notes. See your notes. You have seen the electronegativity, na? Okay. See, that is why I say revise your notes. Okay. So nitrogen has the highest electronegativity. That is why the bond angle is directly proportional to the electronegativity of central atom. So whose bond angle will be highest? NS3, that of that PS3, ASH3, SBS3, and BIS3. Okay. So this is the order for bond angle. Now you can also remember the bond angle. At least remember for NS3 it is 107.8. Okay, at least remember exactly for NS3 that is 107.8. This is approximately 94. Now it has all been rounded up to the first, that is the unit place, okay, to the first unit place. This is 92, 91, and this has not been given in your NCERT. And if you want to know, this is 90, approx 90 it is, okay. So approx 90. But don't remember. Why you will remember more things when you are not required.
Yes.
At least remember this, NS3. Copy this down. Let me know when you're done.
So 102 or 107?
107, that is. I'm really sorry for my bad handwriting.
Yes,
It's
actually.
07.8. So make this figure like this. Okay, so Amalya is done.
Yes, sir.
Waiting for Abir and Mariam. Okay, Mariam is also there. Waiting for Abir now. Okay. Mariam is in. Yeah, I have lowered your hands. Okay, just waiting for Abir now. Can somebody tell me what is the hybridization of NS3? What is the hybridization of NS3? Yes, guys, what is the hybridization of NS3?
SP2?
Yes, Mariam, can you speak loudly?
You mean like SP2?
Yeah, hybridization. I'm asking that only. So what is it? Yes,
SP2.
Ahmed?
SP2.
Guy, SP2.
SP3.
Yes, SP3. It is SP3. Okay. Guys, I have told you. Ugh. Organic chemistry also I have told you what you have to see. You have to see the number of bond pair plus lone pair. Bond pair plus lone pair, if it is 4, then it will be SP3. If it is 3, bond pair plus lone pair is then it will be SP2. If the bond pair plus lone pair is equal to 2, then it will be SP. If it is 1, then what it will be? It will be nothing. Okay, so 1 you don't have any hybridization till 2 only. So if it is 2, SP, 3 it is SP2, 4 it is SP3. Okay, so this has 3 bond pairs plus 1 lone pair, it is SP3. Guys, what is this? What is this? Hybridization is SP3. What is the angle for SP3? Angle for SP3 is 109.5.
108, I guess.
109.5 degrees. Okay, 109.5 degrees. But you can see here that nitrogen, the NS3 has what? 107.8 degrees. Okay, so what is the reason for that?
Lone pair
Lone pair, what does it do?
pushing the electron, like, yeah, pushing
The
the
question is,
electron away from it.
yeah,
Repulsion, yeah.
why is the bond angle in NH3 equal to 107.8 degrees and not 109.5? So the answer will be what? The answer will be, since nitrogen has a lone pair, so what can the lone pair do? See, lone pair will repel, right? Lone pair will repel this bond pair away from itself. So when it is repelling this bond pair, when it is repelling these bond pairs, what will happen? The size will contract, and since the size will contract, what will happen? If it will decrease the
The angle.
bond angle as a lone pair, which repels the bond pair, causing the bond angle to decrease in NH3. Okay, copy this. You're done with one question. Copy this, huh? Copy this.
Yes.
So can you show the previous slide for a second?
Yes.
Fine. Okay.
Compare the bond angle between PH3 and PH4 positive.
Mr. pH4 positive will have comparatively higher bond angle than pH3.
Okay, let us wait for anyone other's answer. Compare the, okay, see, you have this, okay, I need answer from everyone and the explanation from everyone, okay? You have this comparison chart, how you have to compare. To use that and compare the bond angle between PH3 and PH4 positive.
Sir, one question.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes,
all the
yes.
5 elements have lone pairs, right? So why only nitrogen is having the most electronegativity?
Huh? Electronegativity I have explained. See the notes for you have not read, na? Ha, Abir, you have not read yesterday, na? Did you read yesterday? Tell me. Did you read the notes yesterday? Where is this guy?
No,
Ah,
sir.
no, na? See, I told you to read it every day, na? See, can you see? You cannot remember even yesterday's lecture. So how will you remember anything in the examination? You have to read daily. If you don't read daily, you will forget. You can see now. Look at your notes. Electronegativity. Have you done or not? Look now. Look and tell me now. Don't
I'm
write. Stop writing.
asking the question in the first question, like you wrote, since nitrogen has a lone pair, which repels.
You were asking regarding what? You were asking that about the electronegativity, na?
No, sir, about this question.
What this question? What are you asking? Tell me.
Sir, the lone pair. All the 5 elements have lone pair, right?
Yes, all the 5 elements have lone pair.
So why only nitrogen has like
The
less?
board will ask you this question. That is why I am asking you this question. In the board, they will not ask about the rest of the these things, because you know what? Even PS3, ASH3, SBH3, and BIH3, they have this bond pair plus lone pair is equal to 4, but they are not sp3 hybridized. Can you not see it? These angles are very near to 90 degrees. I mean, these angles are very near to 90 degrees. What can happen? For example, let us say phosphorus. You will see phosphorus forming this type of bond, PS3. Now, if it is having approximately equal to 90 degrees, then what are the orbitals which are equal to 90 degrees? They're at 90 degrees. The p orbitals are at 90 degrees, na, to each other. So they will be directly forming bonds to PS3. So questioner will not ask, because these follow Drago's rule. Okay. Now I can't remember if I have told you Drago's rule, but these all follow what? Drago's rule. That is why they will not be asked. And do you guys understand why have I only written the question for NS3? Because the NS3 is the question that you will be asked in boards. You will not be asked about PS3, ASH3, SBH3, or BIH3. These are known as Drago's compound. Okay, these are known as Drago's compound.
Sir, NH3 is also Drago's compound.
No, not NS3. after NH3. These are known as Dragos compound. Yes, I've got only answer from Ahmed. I need answer for the second one from everyone. Just choose any one of those. This is the first one. This is second. So 1 is equal to 2. B, 1 is greater than 2. C, 1 is lower than 2. And D, none of these. I mean, it will be one of them. So you have only 3 options. 1 is equal to 2, 1 is greater than 2, 1 is lower than 2. A, B, or C for the question number 2. I'm not getting any answers. Ahmad is only answering. I'm waiting for others' answer. Yeah, Amalya. Correct. Others, please see how you have to compare.
So is my answer correct?
Yeah, it is correct.
Okay.
Yes, Mariam, correct. Wait, okay, Sanya, no. That is wrong. Okay, so Ahmed has answered, Amalya answered, Fatima has not answered. Waiting for Fatima's answer and Abir's answer. Yes, Abir, correct. Waiting for Fatima's answer. No, Fatima. Okay, Fatima, can you please unmute? Yes, Fatima. Oh, I guess she cannot unmute. Okay, Sania. Yes,
sir.
Sania. Hello. Huh. So PS3. Tell me how many bond pair? Bond pair? Arre. Surrounding atom. Count surrounding atoms fast.
3.
3. Now, bond pair?
1.
1. How many
Lone
surrounding
pair,
atoms? How many surrounding atoms can you see? How many surrounding atoms can you see, Sania? Fast.
4.
4. Now tell me lone pairs.
1.
1. And here?
1.
0.
Yes.
That
Yes.
okay. It will be 0. Why 0? Because this phosphorus had, and then this lone pair, it went to hydrogen, and this hydrogen came with H plus. Okay, this was not having any electron. That is why it is what? pH4 positive. Why pH4 positive? Because it is donating electrons. It is not sharing electrons. It is donating electrons. That is why it is become positive. What it will donate? It will donate the lone pair electron. Now, so let us sum up this 4 and 4. Now, what will you see? This is also 4. This is also 4. Now we will see what? The lone pair electrons. So whose lone pair electron is higher?
P1.
And lone pair electrons is inversely proportional to bond angle. So whose bond angle will be high? pH4 positive is higher than pH3. Did you guys understand? Fatima? When the bond angle and lone pairs, when the sum is equal, then we look at the lone pair. And if the lone pair is high, the bond angle will be low. The bond angle will be low. Okay. So everyone is done. Please raise your hand so we can move. Read daily. Okay. Read daily.
Yes, sir.
Even Ahmed was like, sir, how did you write electronegativity? Ahmed also didn't. He also did not read. I don't think any one of you even read.
Sir,
Yes.
I did not read. I think that clearly. Yeah, but I remember what I learned last.
But first when I wrote the electronegativity, sir, how did you write? That was
Yes,
in
sir,
your mouth, na? That question was in your throat.
yes, sir, like not everything of last class, but yeah, I do remember what I
See,
learned.
what I say, see, you would have remembered how you have chemistry class, you have chemistry lecture. Two things you have to apply 15 minutes before, 15 minutes after. That is it. In 15 minutes, you can read everything that I have written in the notes. Okay, in 15 minutes, you can read it. So only 30 minutes in a day. If it is a chemistry lecture, if you have a chemistry lecture, then schedule your reading to what? Schedule your reading to 15 minutes before the class and 15 minutes after the class. That is it. And if you don't have chemistry lecture, then just read whatever I have taught in the last week, whatever the notes that you have for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you will complete all the notes. Okay. So just 30 minutes. I'm asking just 30 minutes for those things which we are reading. Now, for example, you must have not made any questions from solid state, right? Is there anyone who has completed solid state questions, exercise NCERT? Anyone here?
Not me.
Okay, anyone? Sanya, no, sir. Okay, what about others? Abir, did you complete solid state NCERT?
No, sir.
No. Amalya?
No, sir.
No. Fatima? And Mariam? Mariam?
No, sir.
See? Okay, now I'm now just rephrasing the questions. Mariam, starting with you. Did you start making or solving NCERT solid state? Did you start it?
Yeah, I started.
Okay, how many questions are you done with?
I have to check.
Huh? How many
I have
questions?
to check. I don't know.
Okay, but still you can see less than 10, more than 10 now.
Almost near to 10.
Near to 10. Okay, fine, good. Keep doing them. Okay, keep doing them. Even if you do, at least you should study. If you don't have lectures, you have to study at least to 30 to 1 hour, na, a particular subject. So 30 minutes you give to that. If you are having a chemistry, if you are not having chemistry lecture, then give 30 minutes to the notes that is going on. Okay, then after the 30 minutes, you clear your backlogs. Okay, whatever that means. If when I have completed solid states, you have to complete the exercises. Okay, fine. Most of the questions, if you will see now, they are easy, very easy questions. Most of them I have even done in the classroom, and those numericals. Now let us move on, and yeah, so let us start now. The first thing that we did was reactivity with chemical properties, and the first was reactivity with hydrogen. Now we have to learn the reactivity with oxygen. Okay, reactivity with oxygen. Now, all the elements of group 15 now they will react with oxygen and they forms two type of oxide. All the elements of I will teach till fire. I mean 3 only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, just I will write this one line and it will be done. All the elements of group 15 react with oxygen to form two types of oxides. Two types of oxides. Okay. So number one oxide is what? First type of oxide that it forms is E2O3. E2O3. For example, N2O3, T2O3, etc. And secondly, it all of them forms E2O5. For example, N2O5, T2O5, etc. Okay, so these are the two types of oxide that are formed by the group 15 oxidation state. Okay, group 15 oxidation state. Now I'm writing one. Wait a second, just write this. That is it. Just write this. Okay, one more thing. Enough. I have forgotten to write one thing in the physical state. Just remembered it now. Complete this slide now and move to the physical state. Just remembered that. Ahmed, are you done writing this?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Abir, write this fast.
Sir, done.
Done. Okay. Amalia, Fatima, Mariam, and Sania. Waiting for you guys. Okay, done. Fatima and Mariam. Okay, waiting for Fatima now. Okay, very good. Now let us move on to the first slide and let us start. Okay. So the physical state. In physical state, these all are solid and SB and BI are. Okay, now you have to remember two more things, that SB and BI, these are network solids, and also write somewhere that these are what? These are metalloids. These are metalloids, and below metalloids, see, whenever you see something like this, non-metals will be on the top. In P block, you will see non-metals on the top, then you will see metalloid, and after metalloid, you will see metals. So after you have identified what, you have to just identify the metalloids in a particular group. And when you have identified the metalloids, whatever is above metalloid is non-metal, whatever below is, it is metal. So bismuth will be metal, and nitrogen and phosphorus, these two will be non-metals. Okay, so write this. Now let us see.
So which two are metalloids? AS and
Yeah, yes, these two are metalloids, and they also form network. Okay, so metalloids and network you can write. And no, and I'm writing here and metalloids. Okay, can I have Ahmed, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me the order of melting point. What do we have? The melting point will be higher for which type of solid?
Network solids.
Network solids. And if in network solid we have two solids which have this which are of network solid, then what do we see? If
Ionic
two solids are of network, then what do we see?
lone pairs.
Lone pair. Again,
Ionic solids.
if two network solids have, if there are two network solids, how do we compare the melting point? In network solids, how do we compare the melting point?
Yes, if the size is big, then it will melt fast. If the size is small, it will not melt fast.
Again, can you repeat that? Say like this. Size increases.
If the size increases, then
melting point
decreases.
Melting point size increases and melting point decreases. Okay. Can I have Abir now?
yes, sir.
Catenation tendency is directly proportional to what? Keep your mic on. No, keep your mic on. Don't turn it off unless I say it. Yeah, catenation tendency is directly proportional to what?
So AA bond.
What A bond? A double bond A, single bond A, triple bond A,
Single bond A.
A?
A single bond A.
A single bond A. Okay. So again, you don't remember it, so write it. A single bond A. Now, if A single bond, it is directly proportional to A single bond A, then, and now if it is same, then we look at size. Okay, if it is same, we look at size. It is the strength here. Now, why is the catenation property of N smaller than that of P? Why is this? Why P has greater catenation property than nitrogen?
Sir, lone pair in nitrogen due to lone
What
pair.
lone? No, again, try a bit more. What does the lone pair do?
Sir, inter-electronic repulsion.
Yeah, due to inter-electronic repulsion, the catenation it decreases the bond strength. Okay. Now, Sania. Sania, can you please turn on your mic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, all the group 15 elements can form hydrides of the formula EHX. What is X here? Yes, Sanya, what is X here? Are you saying something? I cannot hear. Yes, Sanya, can you speak a bit loudly? Okay, you are not audible. I guess you are saying something, but you are not audible. Okay, fine. Amalia, can you please tell me? Sanya, please turn off your mic. Amalia, we will come back to you later. Yes, Amalia.
Is it a halogen?
No, what is? I am saying the formula is EHX. Okay, X is halogen. In general, it is halogen. Amalia, please keep your mic on now.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is X here? See this slide. The answer is in this slide. If I ask the molecular formula, then it will be some number, na? Tell me.
It will be 3 EH.
Yes, it is 3. Yes. Also, Abir, you are also right. Okay. Now, others who are not, I am not asking them. They can tell me in the chat. But tell me about the basic character. Why is NS3 most basic? Amalia.
It's because it has a non-bonding electrons.
But in PS3 also has a lone non-bonding electron. So why is not PS3 higher than NS3? Why is NS3 higher than PS3? Mm-hmm. Turn the page now. You have this page. In your notebook, open this page. You will get the answer there. Why is NS3 more basic than PS3? Yes, Ahmed, correct. Yes, Amalia, keep your mic on, please. Why
Because
is
it has
NS3?
lone pairs.
Because
It has lone pairs.
PS3 also has lone pair now. Does PS3 has lone pair? Yes, Amalia, does PS3 has lone pair?
Yeah, it has lone pairs.
So why it is not? Why is it not more basic? No, Abir, that is not right. That is what Amalia is also saying. It
Is
is
it
not.
because of its repulsion?
No, oh, what repulsion? No, not repulsion. See your
Its
notes.
electronic.
See your notes. See your notes. Do you have this page in front of you?
Yes, sir.
So what is written after this? What have you written after order of basicity? Read that.
Catenation tendency.
You did not write this slide. That means. Yes, Amelia. You have not written. Yes, Amelia.
Yes,
Have you
sir.
written this slide, Amelia?
I didn't.
Have you
write.
written this?
I didn't write.
Why didn't you write? Take a screenshot fast. Take a screenshot.
Done.
Has everyone written this one? Please give me a hand, thumbs up if you have written this slide.
Yes.
Everyone has
Done, sir.
written, I guess, yeah. Taken, Amalya?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, take the screenshot here.
This one I wrote.
This one you have written, okay. Why didn't you write? Okay, so what is the see? I have specified this particular slide and see how much I have emphasized also due to smaller size, and what happens after smaller size, the electron density is higher. Now, if the electron density is higher, that means it can donate electron easily, and if it can donate electron easily, that means it is a strong base. Now, what about bond length? Bond length, it is easier. We don't have to compare the hydrogen. What do we? Okay, fine here. In bond length, tell me, Amal. Okay, fine. Amalya, can you? Okay, Amalya can leave because she has not written this one. Mariam,
Yes. Sir.
in bond length, what will you compare the bond length of the surrounding atom or central atom here?
Central.
Yeah, whatever is different, we will compare that. What about bond enthalpy? It is dependent on what? Bond enthalpy is dependent on what? Yes, Mariam.
Yes, sir. I don't know what you're asking.
I'm
Like,
asking bond enthalpy is
Yeah.
dependent on what?
On.
Yes, Ahmed, correct. Bond enthalpy is dependent on what? Is proportional to what? See, array, it is in the slide I am asking and you are not telling me the answer. What is it, Mariam?
Proportional to size.
Inversely proportional to size. Yeah, I am asking everything which is written in the slides in your notebook and still you are not answering.
Okay.
Now tell me about reducing nature. Reducing nature is, how can we tell the reducing nature? Why it is high in BH3? Why is the reducing nature high in BH3?
Because of the size difference
Size difference between
between the two atoms.
the bismuth and hydrogen. I mean, bismuth and hydrogen, they have large size difference. The overlapping is small, and that due to which bond energy decreases, and it is bond energy is inversely proportional to the reducing power. What about thermal stability?
It's directly proportional to bond energy.
Yes. Okay. Now, Sanya, can you try to
Yes, sir.
speak? Okay, fine. What about boiling point? Boiling point is directly proportional to. Okay, fine. Tell me. We have boiling point. Okay. So what you will see, and if you have melting point, what is the property you will see? In boiling point, what you will see first?
Molar weight.
Yeah, molecular weight. Okay, so it is only dependent on what? Van der Waals forces. So that is why you will write see the molecular weight. And what about melting point? What you will see first? What is the first thing that you will see?
Wonderful.
No, melting
Packing.
point. You will first see what? Packing. For melting point, you will first see the packing. Right? See, melting point. It is of solids. Why? What is a good solid? If it is a good solid, it will melt very difficulty. Okay, it will melt with very difficulty. So if it is a good solid, it will have high packing efficiency and greater good packing. Now here, why is NS3 has highest boiling point? Why does NS3 has highest boiling point, Sanya?
So hydrogen bonding.
Yeah, due to hydrogen bonding.
Goes
Okay. Right. Now you have this particular. You have to compare the bond angle. And what you have a series of steps. If step one, you have to count the bond pair. What is bond pair? Number of bond pair is equal to what? Number of bond pair is equal to the number of surrounding atoms. Now, if it is equal, now if you have this as high, it is inversely proportional to bond angle. If it is equal, then see the lone pair. If you get lone pair high, then it is inversely proportional to bond angle. And even if the lone pairs are same, you look at the electronegativity. Bond angle is directly proportional to electronegativity of central atom and inversely proportional to the electronegativity of surrounding atom. So similarly, we have found the bond angles for all the hydrides of group 15 elements. Then there is a question, and here pH3 and pH4 positive. This question can come in your boards also. Okay, pH3 and pH4 positive. You will answer it in the similar fashion, in the similar way, because the lone pair is high. Now you can also say that, see, if you have pH3 and if you have pH4. So now this pH3 is this lone pair electron of pH3, it will be pushing these particular bond. Na? If this is pushing the bonds, then what it will do? It will make the bond angle smaller. So that is why the second one, that pH4 positive, has higher bond angle. Now the next slide is just the reactivity of oxygen. We will start with the what? Oxides of group 15. Okay, we will see some properties, and after that we will learn about the oxides of nitrogen in the next class, that is on Wednesday at 1 p.m. And please, I am asking you to please read it daily. You won't be able to understand or even look at the patterns what it is building. Okay, so please read it.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
After
sir.
the